Hi crafters, Karen here from Karen's Crafting Company, and in today's video it's all about a new sheetload of cards. Welcome to the March 2023 sheetload of cards by Call Me Crafty L. This month's sheetload is a special edition. It is using your 6x6 paper. So if you have those 6x6 paper pads, this is the sketch for you. Now, before I go on and talk about the sketch and show you my cards, I wanted to let you know that there is a hashtag in the title. Go ahead and click on that hashtag and it will take you to the collaboration team's videos. Now, we have been having some issues with the hashtag, so if the hashtag does not work, then there is a playlist link in the description box below. So that will be available to you if the hashtag does not work. Let's get started with the March 2023 sheetload. So if you're not familiar with Crafty L's sheetload of cards, she provides a new sheetload or template on the first of every month. And on the second of the month, she will do a process video and show you how to go ahead and make these cards. Now, the great thing about these sheetloads is they're very simple to follow. Simple instructions, simple measurements, and she breaks everything down for you. She will give you the supplies that you need. She'll tell you how many cards you will be able to make with this sheetload. And this sheetload calls for 8 cards. And if you don't want to make all 8 cards, but you just want to make one, she'll give you the dimensions for just the single card. She also gives you some alternatives on how you can change the card up a bit. And then on the flip side, or the second page, depending on how you print this out, she gives you all the cutting guides and measurements that you will need for both your pattern paper and your cardstock. She also shares with you an image of the card bases that you will use for the cards. And again, this is just a recommendation. If you don't want to use a top fold or a horizontal side fold, you can just use just a standard vertical side fold. It's entirely up to you. Now, let me share with you the papers that I used for my cards this month. I brought out my Flora No. 3 6x6 paper pad by Cartabella, and it comes with 24 double-sided sheets. Now, I love this paper pad because it's bright and it just reminds me of spring. And another thing I like about this paper pad is it does come with solid colored cardstock. And I was able to use one sheet actually for my embellishment that I will share with you in just a minute. So again, you see all these pretty colors, and the patterns are just really pretty. Just quickly showing you the designs. And that is that paper pad. All right, so I did something a little bit different for this sheetload. Not anything drastic. I was actually, when I was creating, there were a couple of things that I had in mind that I wanted to do. And one of them was I wanted to have, for my sentiment, I wanted to have a tone-on-tone color. I've always wanted to try that, and I just wanted to see how it would look. And I'm actually pretty happy with how my cards came out. Also, I knew that I wanted to have an embellishment here. I know it doesn't call for it, but I knew I wanted to add it, so I had kind of shifted my sentiment over to the left a little bit on my strip. So you can see here that I did a green on green. I brought in my bamboo green dye ink from Memento, and then I used the pattern papers from the scraps. I used them to cut out my butterflies. Now I wanted to do something else. I didn't want to just stick with the butterflies. I also have in my stash this really pretty dragonfly, and I haven't used it in a while, and I'm like, I need to bring that out. Let's use it. So that's what I did for these set of cards. So for the cards that you see on the left, I did a tone-on-tone with the ink and the green stripe. So again, you can probably get a better look at that. You definitely can see it in person. I know the camera doesn't show it that well. And then for the other set that I did, the other 4 that I made, I used my embossing powder, and it's called Eggplant, and I was trying to find something that would bring out this really pretty purple that you see in the papers. And now this is a little bit of a darker color, but I like it because it's a bit of a contrast, and I liked how it went well together. And that Eggplant embossing powder is from Recollections. And then again, I used my dragonfly die, and I used, not sure if you can see that too well, but the blue, that light blue pattern paper is actually that nice pretty blue with white polka dots. So I did use some of that to cut out the layering piece, and then I used the colored cardstock for the shadow. Now you will have some scraps when you make these cards. So with those scraps, that's what I did with these, my embellishments, is I used the scraps to cut out my butterflies and to cut out my dragonflies. And let's see, also what I did was I added some scraps to the inside as well. And I was able to do that with all 8 cards. So I like the idea that I, kind of changed it up just a little bit where, I didn't make them all the same. I did the tone-on-tone with the ink, and then I did some heat embossing with my sentiment. So I was really happy to, kind of change it up in that way. I know I'm usually pretty uniform and just make everything the same, but I'm glad that I kind of stepped out of my comfort zone just a little bit to try something different. And then those are all the scraps. And let's see, the scraps, all the scraps that I have left are really just this. These 4 little pieces. That is it. That is all I have left. And, I have no problem, putting those in the garbage. So, it's better than, I'd rather have this, throw this away, than having all those other scraps from the ephemera, and what I had inside. So that was definitely a bigger pile. So the fact that I, only have this left, no problem at all. All right, friends, that wraps up another video, and I hope that this video has inspired you to go ahead and try the March 2023 SheetLoad of cards. Or maybe it will inspire you to try other sheet loads by Call Me Crafty Al. If you like this video, I ask that you give it a thumbs up, and remember to click on that subscribe button and click that bell for notifications, and you will always know when a new video comes up. And until my next video, friends, I hope your day is a crafty day. Thanks so much for watching. Have a great day. See you again soon. Bye-bye.